Hello! Where's the game? Why is there no game? There we go. There we go. Took a minute. Dear goodness. Hello and happy Friday. I am tired as usual. Today might be a bit of a chilled stream. Probably a bit of a shorter stream as well because I did start about an hour later than usual. I don't know. Today's kind of a low day, but I still wanted to stream because, you know, I already took a week off, so I was like, you know what? Just go. Just do it. I've mentioned this before, but every now and then, it just, like, I just get up, and I know that I have a stream scheduled that day, and I don't fully feel up to it, but then over the course of, you know, going live and streaming, it just ends up working out. So I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I might also, I don't know, I might have to leave every now and then throughout the stream because my dogs are by themselves downstairs currently. And I should be able to hear when they, you know, if they need anything. But just in case, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe they'll be fine. Most of the time they're fine, even when they're downstairs alone. Like they're used to being left to their own devices for an hour or two or so. So should be fine. Should be fine. Should be fine. Oh god! Ow, my neck! Ow! Wow. Ah, my neck. It's fine. We're good. Wait, did I? Hold on. Did I? I don't know if I did. Hold on. I need to... No. I need to... No. I need to check something. Did I post on Blue Sky that I was going live? I feel like I did. I did indeed. Okay. No, never mind. We're good. Okay, so today might be another short stream just like Wednesday. Joshua, welcome in. Might be another like 2.5 hour-ish stream, which will probably not be enough to finish this investigation. If I had to guess, this whole case is I want to say it's one of the longer cases, but maybe I'm also just very slow. So that's always an option. Maybe it's just taking so long because I'm very slow and I've been taking breaks in between. That might also be the case. That might actually be very likely. But yeah, I'm not expecting to finish the investigation today. But we'll see. We'll see how far we get. We shall see. Why? YouTube, can you please and thank you. Okay, Jesus Christ. Also, we might possibly... Exactly, Joshua. Slow and steady wins the race. We might... So, the schedule for this week says that after today, the only stream is going to be on Sunday with, you know, Pokemon. I might squeeze another stream in for tomorrow. Just because... And this is something that is... It's kind of annoying, especially as someone... Like when you want to actually stick to a schedule, it's a little annoying. Since I started talking about, you know, wanting to do more tier lists of different games, not just Ace Attorney in the future at some point, but also stuff like Genshin, HSR, maybe some more Persona, probably. I've been really wanting to do a tier list stream. I've been really wanting to do one, so we might have a, it'll be the same time as usual, so an hour before now, probably. But we might have a little surprise tier list stream tomorrow. No promises. Might not happen, but possibly. I feel like these tier list streams, I'm probably just gonna throw these in like randomly as I, feel like it and have time to do so, just because those streams are usually the easiest for me. Because I can just yap. I can just go ham. Like those streams are always the most fun to me. As much as I love, just playing games and picking these games apart, Tino streams are always fun because there's just anything can happen. Anything goes. So maybe we'll see. I already have an idea. If I stream tomorrow, I have an idea what it'll be, but we'll see. Why, thank you, Joshua. I hope so. But yeah, that's just the heads up that you might see me live again tomorrow, depending on, how I feel. But yeah. Yeah, that's that. I think that's all, actually. Alright, did I? No. Okay, and also, I need to get that sorted out. We might... I don't know. I keep talking about things that I want to do and things that I plan to do, and then sometimes they just never end up... They just never work out quite the way that I say they will, so maybe I should just stop. Maybe I should just not. PSM, welcome in! Happy Friday! Hope you're doing well today. Hope you're all doing well today. Hope you're all more awake than me today. Oh god, I'm gonna yawn. Oh! Oh god, I hate these like half yawns. I hate them. Oh, they're the worst. But anyway, yeah. So today's stream, maybe we'll just have 3 streams in a row this week. Maybe we'll have today, maybe tomorrow will be an HSR stream, and maybe then we'll have Pokemon on Sunday. We shall see. Ah, goodness. Oh wait, I forgot. Actually, do I need my... Yeah, give me 1 second. 1 moment. I'll be right back. Don't mind my model glitching the fuck out. It happens. Oh god. Okay, one moment. Okay, there we go. I hope so too, Joshua. That is the plan. That is the plan. We're getting there. Slowly but surely, we're making our way there. It'd probably go faster if I was more consistent with, like, uploading shorts and whatnot and other stuff, but it's fine. Mania, welcome in! Dandadan ends in 1 week. Sure is a bummer, but it was such a wild ride. Interesting, nice. That reminds me, there's also another... I actually haven't been up to date with with season 7 of Natsume Yojincho. That one should also be ending soon-ish. I'm trying to think. It was really like the first episode came out October 7th, I'm pretty sure. And assuming it's like 12-ish episodes, like somewhere between 11 and 13, then it should also be ending pretty soon. Do you want to be a full-time content creator someday, or is this just a hobby? I would like to eventually, like, make money with this on a, at least, semi-consistent level. But I'm not looking to turn this into a full-time thing. No. I already have a plan for a full-time career, and this is kind of like partially hobby, partially, maybe at some point like a side income. But yeah, no, I'm not planning to become a full-time content creator. I don't think I'm made for that either. I think that would be like too much for me, if you know what I mean. Like, I want to keep this, you know, lighthearted, chill. Not too much, like, formal shenanigans. So, which is also why I don't mind, you know, growing more slowly. Which is why I don't mind taking my time with everything. Because I'm in no rush. I'm in no rush. Want to hear a joke? Sure. Sure. Only if it's a good one. Or a bad one, honestly. Like, go for it. God, I ate like 1 or 2 hours ago, but I'm still hungry. I might but I don't want to make dinner. Making dinner for myself would take too long. I don't know. I'll probably take a break in between for a snack or something, but it's fine. Where do snow animals keep their Snow. I don't know. No clue. No idea. I don't think I've heard that one. Did I? Probably not. Na, 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 na. God, I would love to do a karaoke stream at some point, but as much as I don't mind my grandparents hearing me in a snowbank. Is a snowbank a thing? Wait, is this... Okay, I feel like this joke didn't land as well because I don't know the word. A pile of snow, especially along the side of the road. Oh, that's what you call a snowbank? Oh, interesting. I didn't actually know that. Okay, that joke landed a little flat because I just didn't. Language barrier, unfortunately. But Ivy, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. You don't have to answer this if you don't want to. You're the second person I know who is German but doesn't like to speak German. Is there a particular reason or is it just a preference? Honestly, I just don't like my language. It's probably because I'm a native. I just do not. I'm not a fan of the German language. I could speak German, but I don't know. I'm just so used to speaking in English. You know, like being online and having friends from all over the world. It's just easier. And you know, English is more accessible to people all around the world. All around the world. So yeah, pretty much. That's why. And I just don't like German. I think German as a language, I don't know. It is probably just because I grew up with it. But I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of that language in particular. Why am I? Maybe I'm just. I don't know. Maybe I'm just imagining things. I feel like my model is being a little wonky when it comes to like the calibration every now and then. But oh well. Check the next preview. Next episode doesn't look like a season finale at all, which is kind of unusual. Yeah, I feel like that. There's a couple shows like that, or there's been a couple shows like that this year. I know Windbreaker had that too, because Windbreaker, Windbreaker ended on like a really like strange, like it ended like right at the start of the next arc, and which was kind of weird. Like it's 13 episodes and it just ends at like right when they're about to head into like a big fight, like a big thing. It's a little weird. It's a little weird. Yeah, I mainly don't speak German because I'm not a fan of the language. I don't mind speaking it when, you know, like if someone asks me to speak German, like ask me for a specific word, that's totally fine. I love teaching the language to people. I don't like speaking it myself, if that makes sense. Say my language sounds kind of cringe compared to English. What is your first language, if you don't mind me asking? Just have to finish editing my 2.7k word paper for French film noir today, and I'll be free from school this semester. Hell yeah! You can do it! Final sprint! Just a little more. God, I need to get back to studying. I'm so behind on my studies. Need to sign up for my next exam, probably the end of the month. And there's one exam that I wrote that I wrote like over a month ago that I still haven't gotten my grade on, which is a little weird. Usually it happens faster than that, but I guess. Oh. Okay, no, okay, no. God, maybe I should just not look at my model. Maybe that's it. Maybe I should just not look. Yeah, no, it like weirdly leans to like one side sometimes. I don't know why it does that. Oh, is it pronounced Tagalog? Is that how you pronounce that language? But interesting. I know a lot of content creators that are Filipino, and I don't know. I've heard the language. It sounds like a kind of. I wouldn't say it sounds cringe. It's not like I'm not I guess a fan of the sound of it. I guess is what I would say. But I mean, hey, you know. Yeah. But that's interesting. I've heard that Tagalog is actually a or was it that one, or was it or Indonesian or some like what like there was one one language I don't remember, it was Tagalog, that people always say is like very easy to learn because there's not nearly as much as many like grammar rules as in many other languages. I don't remember if that was Tagalog or another language. I mean, I love when in fanfics Klavier refers to Apollo by German pet names like Liebling and Schatzi. It's so sweet. Liebling is fine. Schatzi always sounds a little cringe to me personally. Like it's a very Liebling is one thing. Liebling is pretty much just like deer. It's like the German equivalent of deer. Schatzi is kind of like it's a lot more like cheesy, which is why I'm not a fan of it. Maybe you should be a German teacher in the US. We have a lack of those here. I speak. Oh god, please don't let me pronounce that language wrong. Malayalam? Which is a small language in India and some parts of Africa, so I can't find people who speak it. I don't think I've actually heard of that language. Then again, I am not like I'm not great at languages in general. Well, at recognizing languages. I'm a little ignorant in that aspect. It sounds a bit Malaysian, but there are certain words that just doesn't sound wrong. Or you mean doesn't sound right? Wait, I didn't get that sentence. Does Klavier's... Oh, that's a good question. Does Klavier's German make sense in the game, or is it just poor translation? So... Klavier's German is him basically repeating the same, like, 3 to 4 words in sentences that sometimes make sense and sometimes don't. Like the words that I remember that Klavier actually says is ja, which is just yes, which, you know, you can pretty much like fit that in anywhere at the end of a sentence. Nein, which just means no. For some reason he says Achtung, which he like Achtung in German basically means something like it can mean a couple things. It can mean like I guess something like God, now I'm trying to think of it. Achtung in a usual context can mean like watch out or pay attention, something along those lines. You know, like calling someone to pay attention, to be on alert. But the way Clavier uses that word is almost like it's a swear word. Like, he almost uses it like it's some kind of curse word, which is just not correct at all. Is there any other... Which other... I think those are the main 3 words that Clavier uses. And, okay, yeah, and I mean like Fräulein and Herr, which just means miss and Mr, basically, so that's fine. But yeah, Clavier's German is kind of just him taking a handful of words and overusing them even when they don't make sense within the context. It's kind of funny, and it does make sense when you think about the fact that, like, Clavier is not actually German. Despite his name being German, which is also very weird, but, you know, I guess it's fine. I'm not surprised. Most people never heard of it. Don't worry about pronouncing it wrong, I understand. I apologize. Ba is a Tagalog syllable that was once used to make a whole sentence. Ba reminds me of fucking Bobo Bobo. Going down, Arya, but most of them just relates to something like downwards or below. Interesting. Maybe Achtung is his vocal tick. You know what? Maybe Achtung is just his vocal tick. That's fair enough. So excited to finish up this semester so I can write and read some fanfic. Hell yeah. I've been on a... I've been kind of been laying low with Ace Attorney fanfics lately. I've been reading so many HSR fanfics. I am full in. Like, my brain spun the wheel and it landed on the HSR brain rot. So now I'm all the way back in. Which is also why, as I was talking about, saying earlier, we might have an HSR tier list stream squeezed in somewhere, either tomorrow or somewhere in the next week. Just because I need. But yeah, I've been reading so many HSR fanfics, particularly fucking I've been going through the whole Sampard tag, and now through the whole Ratioarene tag, and yeah, it's back. It's just back. HSR is one of those games that, like, kind of is like, which is most of my interests. It's like on and off, you know. Like, I have a couple, like, core media, I suppose, that I always switch back and forth by. Like, there's Persona, there's Ace Attorney, there's Genshin HSR. In terms of anime, there's different stuff. There's Haikyuu, Assassination Classroom, Fairy Tail every now and then pops back up. Just remembered the other day I did an exam, but I didn't study at all. Last one was an essay. I just wrote an entire love story in hopes that my teacher would really like it and add more points. Honestly, that's great. I mean, hey, if I've learned one thing in, like, my school years, it is that even if you do not know the answer to a question, even if you have absolutely no clue, just write something. Just write something that you think might possibly even remotely resemble the answer. Just write anything. It's better than nothing. That is how I passed. That is how I'm pretty sure I passed my last exam, of which I was 100% sure that I was gonna fail it, but I passed with like 50. Like, I passed with 5 points above the threshold. Like, it was 55 out of 100, and you need 50 to pass. So I just barely passed because even in questions that I had absolutely no idea what they meant or what the answer was, I just wrote something, and hey, it kind of worked out. I also thought of the headcanon that once Trucy tells Clavier she views him as an older brother to her, similar to Polly. And I just know that would cause Clavier to tear up. Ah! Oh god, I need to... Oh, that would be so cute. God, there has to be a fic like that. I feel like I've read something similar to that. Not along those lines, but just, you know, them kind of like dragging Clavier into the family, more or less. Ah, my sweet boy. Sweet, sweet baby boy. Clavier investigations when? Clavier Gavin investigations when? I was very disappointed, but not surprised when the Game Awards last night gave us a whole lot of nothing. Like, just nothing. We got something Capcom related. I think it was... I don't know what it was. It was some other game that I don't care about. But no Ace Attorney. No Persona. Nothing. Speaking of exams, I have 3 finals coming up. 2 are remote and 1 is in person because I have ADHD and autism. Hey, nice. Well, okay, that sounded weird. I was like... I have ADHD and autism. Nice. Okay, that... Never mind. It's hard for me to study, especially with the adjustment to college. Oh, I get that. Like, part of the reason, like, I've been struggling with keeping up with my studies is because I have... I probably don't have ADHD, but I have a lot of, you know, like stuff that... you know, is similar to a lot of ADHD symptoms, like the whole I have a lot of trouble staying focused on a task or even getting started on anything really. Like I'm a huge fucking procrastinator. It's so fucking annoying. So yeah. You're planning to write it? Hell yeah, Ivy. What school subject are you most lucky at? Like, you know, you failed a lot of activity stuff, but somehow still passed. Probably ethics, at least back in school, at least back in high school, because ethics was kind of like that one subject where even if you weren't 100% sure what you were talking about, at least in class, you could still sort of participate because it was very discussion focused, you know? Like it was a lot more like ethics is one of those subjects where like it's not like math where there's a clear right or wrong answer. Ethics was also my favorite, or one of my favorite subjects, just because it was like a lot of like discussions and debates and stuff. So it was very fun. But, yeah. But I mean, all in all, like, my, what's it called? Like... My grades in school, or my performance in, like, subjects in school, was very, like, either I knew or I didn't. I was very average in school. Maybe, like, slight... Nah. I was pretty average. Some subjects I was decent to like pretty good. Other subjects I sucked. Mainly the science ones and PE. Those ones I was awful at. I get what you were trying to say. Okay, bet. I feel as though all of the second trilogy prosecutors need more screen time. Oh, they sure. Oh, they do. They sure as hell fucking do. I actually have quite the opposite problem. I like to get work as quickly as possible, and that can lead to my work being not the... Oh, so you're like, you rush it. Or me being frustrated when I want to work, but I can't. Interesting. Yeah, like in my case, it's just like I'm a master procrastinator. And it sucks. Like... Oh, it's the worst. Especially because, like, now I've already taken one, what's it called, like a holiday semester or something, whatever you want to call it, to like catch up on some stuff. I'm still very behind. Like right now I have to make sure that I at least write an exam once every 4 or so weeks because I am so behind. Like theoretically I should be at least halfway through, but I'm not even close. I am not even close. I've written like 5 or 6 exams. Which like I'm basically up to a year behind, so I really need to catch up. It sucks, and the problem is that I can't even like. I would like I've seen like a therapist about it and stuff. And they've suggested that I go, get like this like specific therapy for it. But no one is accepting new patients at the moment. So that fucking sucks. And, like, it's not even that I could be put on a waiting list. It's just that no one is taking any new patients at the moment. Which is the worst. So I'm kind of just, like, here trying to figure it out myself. Ethics is the kind of subject where the tests are mostly situational analysis. Yeah. Literally the subject in which I took the exam. Well, damn. Yeah, ethics was fun because in my ethics exams, it was usually that there was a lot of, like situational analysis, as you said. And, German high school exams were always, like, built up in the way that, like, the first part is repetition. Just, like answering question, like memorization, basically. Number 2 is transfer, I think. So applying what you've learned to, a different context. And then the third part of every exam was always like basically taking what you've learned and taking it a step further. Like basically something completely new. That hasn't been handled in class or anything, so that you can basically just kind of like start your own you gotta think of stuff yourself, basically. And in ethics, that was always very fun because that usually involved a lot of putting your own thoughts on paper and sharing your own opinions, which is what I really loved. I've always excelled in English because I love analyzing stuff like movies, books, or video games, and a lot of it is just bluffing till you meet the page or word count. I mean, we never had or we rarely ever had like a word or page count, thankfully, in high school. Which is why most of my exams, it was always like very interesting seeing me write exams and my classmates, and they would sit there at the end of like 2 hours later, and they'd have like many of them would have like 5, 6, 7 plus pages written, and I sat there with 3 pages and I was pretty much done with everything. It was interesting. I mean, I still always got like good grades, so totally fine by me if I didn't have to write any more, but it was interesting. Keep forgetting to tell you about this. Have you seen the recent video explaining why Phoenix in AA4 is his best version? I've seen that video, but I have not watched it yet. I've seen it, but I have not watched it. I mean, personally, Phoenix is kind of my favorite. Phoenix is my personal favorite version of Phoenix, just because he's such a fucking mess. So I would probably agree with a lot of what that video says. I don't know. I'll have to give it a watch when I get around to it. Just don't mess with the ones with all of the above in the last choice. That shit really gets me every time. God, every time every like multiple choice where like there's more than one correct answer is yeah, it's a little tricky. Oh dear. Yeah. Whew. Okay. I think a rare occurrence, but I believe it has been a little bit. I'm a little more alert now, I think, than I was before, than I was at the start of stream. So, should we get into it? Into the actual game? Jonas, perfect timing. We just got done with our starting yapping, with our early yap, and I believe we can now go into 45 minutes no game. I mean, hey, there's streamers who talk for like an hour. Fucking look at what's his face, JC Backfire, who sometimes talks for like 2 hours without getting into the game. Not that that's a bad thing, you know, that's totally fine. Fucking, it's his dream. But hey, I am not the worst yapper out there. I am not the worst. Probably. But I think we could actually get into the game now. Day 2 investigation. We started the investigation last time. Didn't really get very far. Only got to the new crime scene. And now I'm pretty sure we're just gonna go through like every location we've been through. Which is almost everything. And you know, see what else we can find out. Mathematics is worse. Mathematics is worse. Your own answers usually not in the choices. Huh? I mean, listen, we never like our exams never were like we never had or rarely ever had multiple choice in. No, we never had multiple choice in math. Math was just here's an equation, or here's, you know, here's something, solve it. Or explain why this equals this and whatnot. That was pretty much all we had. We never had multiple choice in math. German schools in general, I feel like, do very little multiple choice in comparison to other places. At least my school did. Okay, I say we'll just work our way up from top left. Never mind, nothing here. Never mind, also nothing here. Okay. Bizarre. Never mind, also nothing here. Inner sanctum. I'm sorry? Okay, there we go. I wish our math tests were like that. Honestly, we can swap. I kind of wish that we'd had more multiple choice, because at least then I would have had a chance to get things right. I sucked at math, mainly because I was basically forced to take the advanced course for you know, for high school. Because otherwise my other classes wouldn't have matched up. So I had to choose between taking advanced math and advanced biology, and both of them kind of sucked. One was a shit ton of memorizing, and the other was math. So honestly, I kind of would have loved that. Rayfrost judging. She's always judging, always watching, judging, watching, judging. Okay. Hello, ma'am. Have you finished grieving yet? Hello. I'm sorry to bother you again, but... I forgot what voice I gave you. Something calm. Oh, it's you. Barbed-head, you are not contemplating casting suspicion upon Lady Belieb, are you? I mean... I wasn't not contemplating it. She lost her beloved husband, and now acolyte Zealot, who was like a son to her. Of course I'm not. Yeah, of course we're not. But since she was close to both victims, I wanted to hear what she has to say. Very well. And then there's the fact that Lady Kira didn't attack Mrs. Inmee. That probably means she isn't a rebel. Is this about poor puree? Man, I would love some, what's it called in English? Is it also called puree? Puree? Mashed potatoes. But it's noodles for today. Eh. Well, I'm sorry, but I don't think I can talk about that right now. But what about Maya? She's innocent. Maya? I heard she was found guilty. First my dear husband, and now Puree? Mrs. Inmee, you don't really believe that Maya is the killer, do you? I don't know. But that was the verdict, so what else can I believe? What else can you believe? Yeah, that. Puree. What am I to do? The verdict was already reached in your husband's case, but the truth of the matter is yet to be found. How can you be so sure? Because I believe that Maya is innocent. That is all I have right now, my faith in her. So please help me understand what happened. So you're defending her based solely on faith? Even though you'll be punished for abetting the accused? That's right. All right then. Your faith has moved me. I will tell you what I can. Why, thank you! Are you sure about this, Lady Believe? Oh, right, I forgot about that. My lovely wife is also a devout follower of Quran-ism. As such, she is not one to make light of another's faith. But if I find that you have lied about your faith in Maya Fey's innocence... Oh dear. I shall curse your entire family and all your disciples for the next 8 generations. Hey, leave a... What about Trucy? I shall curse your entire family and all your disciples for the next 8 generations. Leave Athena and Apollo alone, buddy. What about Trucy? Phoenix! Phoenix! I mean, I guess maybe it's just like, alright, family makes sense, but like, Apollo and Athena have nothing to do with me. But Phoenix! Come on! Oh god. Oh wait, whoops, I didn't mean to record. That's it. Screenshot. Okay. Let's see here. I don't think there's anything new to examine, is there? Apparently there is. Oh, it only was with some of them. Okay, I guess let's photo of the High Priest, his wife, Acolyte Zealot, and Maya. Oh, was that there before? Aww. Since Maya's in it, it must have been taken the day before the rite. I should ask Mrs. Inmee about it. She looks so happy. Deadbeat dad is back, hell yeah! Puree. Okay. Man, I want some right now. Phoenix is about to go buy some milk for 7 years! No! It's always 7. To think that this would be their final family photo. That no-good Maya Fey has some nerve. You shush your mouth. I mean, here she is posing with the 2 men whom she would soon kill. I beg to differ. I see this photo as proof that she didn't kill them. Huh. That smile of hers does not fool me. I sense a deep and abiding malice behind it. I'll prove Maya's smile is the real deal. Anything in this corner? No. Wasn't there an orb here? Apparently it's gone. Okay, so we cannot... Okay, so only some things are new. This game looks kind of like checkers or chess. You mean to say you have never heard of... What? Catch... What's the joke here? Catch the... Cat... Something catch? Catch you? Catch a dema... Catch a dema... Catch... I have heard people describe it as Koreanese chess. So, two players take turns moving their pieces in a bid to capture the other's king? Not quite. In that, the object is the utter annihilation of your opponent. Oh. Furthermore, each piece has a special move that can only be used once per game. Oh dear god. Special moves? Sounds like a game right up Maya's alley. Let's talk about that thing. What is this scary looking spiky thing? I mean, you've talked about it before. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's... I'm pretty sure we got this. Yeah, we got this already. Let's check the altar. Holy Mother is that facial figure there. Okay, I'm pretty sure we got this already. Yeah. They do actually, Mania. They do have their own version of the Steel Samurai. I forgot what it's called, but they do. Okay, yeah, I think we got all that. Yep. No! Fuck! Okay. Small evidence. Look, I'm not doing this for fun, really. Okay, nothing there. Okay, I think that's all then. How did Acolyte Zalod end up living here as your husband's disciple? About 2 years ago, while my husband was at a spiritual retreat in the mountains, he came across Puree collapsed on the ground. That's when he brought him here. You're always want to help those in need, weren't you, dear? Oh. Yeah, I think if we check the TV, it'll explain it again. Korean is based near Tibet and India. Maybe that's why I can read their words. It's so weird. Oh, interesting. Oh, whoops, sorry. Sorry. And he'd been living here ever since? About 2 years ago. That's around the same time Maya arrived in Korean. Yes, he was born in a poor village and had nowhere to call home. My husband felt pity for the boy, so he took him in as his disciple. But not only as his disciple, he was like a member of our family too. I see. If this is where Acolyte Zalod lived, there might be something I could learn about him lying around here. I mean, we already examined everything, so I'm assuming there's just the picture. Can I ask you about this photo? It's Indianese. It was taken during the Feast of Blessings, the day before the rite was held. The Feast of Blessings? Would you mind telling me a little more about it? Bet. This photo was taken during the Feast of Blessings. Okay, yeah. It is forbidden to eat during the days of the rite, so the day before it is performed, we enjoyed dishes full of ginggil? An herb known to strengthen the body and mind. You love the ginggil-based dishes I make, didn't you, dear? I heard you can go 3 days without sleeping after eating some. Can I have some of that? Yes, but many foreigners don't care for it because of its strong smell. Listen, hey. If I can stay awake for 3 days, presumably without any like major, you know, like negative effects on my body, but if I can stay awake for 3 days, I'll swallow that shit down. I don't care about the smell. I don't care about the smell. I'll choke it down if I have to. Our customs say that these dishes can only be eaten the day before the purification rite. Oh, damn it. And only between noon and 3 p.m. That's pretty specific. Is it because the smell is too strong? A very good guess indeed. It is to ensure the smell is gone by the time Lady Kira is welcomed the next day. Wow, is it really that strong? Come to think of it, the evening before the murder, an overwhelming odor was all over town. It was like a cross between garlic and mint. Garlic and mint? That's not bad. I mean, I'm not a fan of mint, but garlic's fine. After the Feast of Blessings, Pere went over to the plaza to begin his supplication. I never thought that would be the last time I would see him. What was Maya doing at the time? Shortly after Pere left, she went to the temple to prepare for the rite. I don't know what she did after that. This reminds me of India's Festival of Color, or Mardi Gras? Huh. Festival of Color. Interesting. So, Acolyte Zaylad went out to pray the afternoon before the rite. According to the newspaper, on the day before the rite, the plaza was so cold the whole place had iced over. Pere always parade a lot. Get it? Because his name is Pere. Zaylad. It sounds like I get, yeah, okay, I get it. Far more than anyone I have ever known. He was a devout young man whose faith was twice as strong as others. I don't know why, but that's kind of intimidating to me. I thought I'd have made some progress by now, but I haven't come across any particularly insightful information, even here. You seem disappointed. Mrs. Inme, is there anything else you could tell me? Forgive me, but if I keep thinking about those two any longer... Barbed head? Yes, I understand. Thank you for your help. I'm sorry to have troubled you. We have paid a visit to all of the people and places connected with this case. I think it is about time you prepared yourself for the inevitable, don't you? That can't be all. Now I remember someone messaged me the other day. He asked where I'm from. I said Asia. He then asked, what knees are you? Like Chinese, Japanese, and somewhat. Stop replying. I think it's best to leave it. Yeah, that's a weird thing to ask. Weird at best. Well, let's just take a... Surely, somewhere. Plaza of Devotion. No? Maya? Okay, thank you. Hey there, sweetheart. Maya sure looks tired. I'm so sorry, Maya. I failed to defend you during that trial earlier today. I'm sorry too, Nick. I never meant to get caught up in this whole mess. Even worse, I got you caught up in it too, and you were convicted under that stupid law. Nick, you should really withdraw from this case. Maybe they'll even commute your sentence if you do. I could never abandon you like that. You might not believe me, but I'm going to pull off a win somehow. It's not like I don't believe in you, it's just... I really have no faith in you. Don't worry, maybe this extra day in court is a blessing from the Holy Mother. Let's use it to our advantage. We'll turn this trial inside out and upside down, you'll see. Okay. Stare. Rafa, stare. You're awfully quiet, Your Benevolence. It is only a matter of time until your executions are carried out. I simply thought I would allow you two a good talk before you depart from this world. Sorry, but we're not giving up yet, and we won't till the bitter end. There is no need to put on a brave face. Your fates were sealed with today's verdict. Worry not of Maya Fey. The Twilight Realm will cleanse the taint from that neophyte practitioner's soul. Then perhaps the Holy Mother will finally forgive her. Guys, I think Maya has a secret relationship with the prison itself. That's why she keeps getting arrested. It's on purpose. It's like her toxic ex. She's like, but listen, maybe it's better this time. Maybe it's changed. For a second there, I thought Maya really said that. Honestly, I would not be like, it would not. I feel like it would not be out of character, even if just as a joke. Wait, was that her attempt at comforting me? Barbhead, further resistance shall come to naught. Stop your desperate struggle. Accept the judgment that has been passed upon you. She obviously doesn't know me very, very well. Then perhaps your sentence will be commuted and... Hold it right there, Your Benevolence. Why do you always have to be like... Why are you always like this? Maya, what are you... What is the matter? I was simply showing some mercy upon your souls. Nick here is risking his life to defend me. And that is why I told... No, it won't. I'm sorry, what did you say? It will come to naught. Oh. Nick is just doing what lawyers are supposed to do. He's defending his client no matter what. Enough. There's no place for lawyers in the Hall of Justice. For we have the divination seance. But your insights were wrong. Woo! The girls are fighting! Oh boy, that's gonna hurt. Don't you get it? Errors are bound to happen if your insights are accepted without question. So I ask you, Royal Priestess, what is your true duty? Do the victim's souls or the Holy Mother herself wish you judge people in error? Damn! Let her cook! Oh, you dare bring Her Holiness's name into this? You know nothing, you phony baloney! Please, you two, enough already. Sorry, Nick, I got a little carried away. Honestly, I say let her keep going. That's not really like me, huh? No, I should be thanking you, Maya. It's good to have you in my corner. How dare you mock me so? You will not get away with this. I was a fool to show you compassion, and to think I could convince you to accept your fate. So struggle all you want in the Hall of Justice tomorrow. You'll receive your just deserts, as the scorn of our kingdom is heaped upon you. I can see straight through that contorted smile on your face, you know? She may say these terrible things, but it's just the way she was raised, I guess. I mean, have you seen her father? It's like Princess Peach getting kidnapped by Bowser. She probably likes it. I mean... I want more interactions with Raifa and Maya. I think it's an underlooked relationship that can underdeveloped relationship that can really grow Raifa's character. True. The guard got anything new to say? Oh. Never mind, same thing. All right. Time to keep moving back and forth. Back and forth. Actually, maybe we should have presented the blade to Maya. We're gonna do that after we go through everything again. Okay, yeah, we might have to present some stuff to Maya. Yeah. Oh, we haven't even talked to her yet. I forgot. This whole thing was just the introduction. Never mind. Let's maybe... Okay, never mind. Wrong thing. Nothing there. This? We took this picture during the Feast of Blessings. Before all of these unthinkably tragic things happened. Unthinkable? I doubt that. You were surely plotting your murderous rampage at the time. I was thinking of nothing of the sort, especially not during that meal. The smell of ginghil was so strong I couldn't think of anything else. Yes, well, it is a rather intense aroma. Wow, do I even want to know how strong of a smell a ginghil gives off up close? Some people say some characters in Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice act out of character. What do you think? I personally think there is no point in debating it because once it's characterized in the game, it's canon. I think there's a point, like, I mean, I disagree with that last part. I think there is always potential for, you know, even the writers of their own game to mischaracterize their own characters. I think that's always something that can and does very much happen. Whether it's the writing itself or translation, localization, whatnot. But in this case, I don't actually think so. I've heard that argument a lot as well. I don't actually think so. I think... No, so far, the only character that I'm a little iffy on is Phoenix. I just think that... I didn't mind it in the first trial because, you know, the circumstances were very different and dire and he was in a new country, and so it made sense for Phoenix to flail about a little bit. But I think in this case, Phoenix should have, like, he should have a little bit more of a backbone. Just a tiny bit, you know? But... yeah. Bean! Getting Kim Shorts recommended. YouTube is being based. Hell yeah! How you doing, Bean? I feel like none of them acted out of character. It's just that they all had their own changes since the first... I mean, yeah. They all changed. I think Maya... You know, Maya is still Maya. I genuinely think that Maya would not, even as an adult, would not change. She would not change much, or at all. Phoenix... I actually quite liked Phoenix's characterization in Dual Destinies. Right now, I need Phoenix to grow a little more of a backbone. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. But besides that, like, Apollo's doing fine. Trucy's fine. Trucy I actually really liked. We didn't really get much of Athena yet. So, Athena's doing fine too. Honestly, I think Phoenix is the only character where, like, I feel like a little something is missing. But besides that, I think they're doing fine. They're all right. All right. Yeah, Maya's still a dork. Look at her. She's still a silly. Still very silly. Could you try to remember what happened one more time? I've been trying as hard as I can, but I can't remember anything from the middle of the ride onward. Oh, right. You suddenly felt sleepy and everything after that's a blank. Even so, I didn't kill anyone, and I'm not the one going around dressed like Lady Kira. Wait, what? Also Nova, hello! But wait, what? Although it's kind of cool to think there's a mysterious female vigilante out there. Right. Nothing? You know what? Alright. Were you close to Acolyte Zalot? We met several times during the meetings about the rite. But I didn't know him very well. He seemed pretty quiet. Didn't you eat together the day before the rite? Oh, you thought he was talking about me? I mean, either one is correct. I never got the feeling the characters were out of character. There are lines I question. The only thing really interesting is that some characters haven't changed even though they grew up. Yeah. But I think even that makes sense to an extent. And even that, like, the only characters, I think every character has changed. The only exceptions possibly being Maya and Pearl. But I still think they've changed too. It's just very slight. Like, they're still... Pearl is obviously a little more mature because, you know, she's like 18 now. And Maya... Maya's like the character that is the most like she was back in the first trilogy. But besides that, I mean, Miles hasn't changed too much. You know? But yeah, I think in terms of characterization, they're doing fine. Are those veggies with fries on top? I don't think they're supposed to be. But, who knows? Yeah, we ate this one super stinky dish, but it was actually really good. I wasn't sure I'd like it, but it was love at first bite. Like, you know the salty noodles at Eldune's Noodles? Eldune Mansion! It's like if you added garlic and herbs to that and then let it simmer for a really long time. Sounds more like a hot pot than ramen to me at that point. Now I miss ramen too. Don't get me started, Maya! So, what was Acolyte Zalot like while you were eating? I thought it was cheese. Honestly, no, could be anything. And Saikun, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. I love veggies with my fries. I mean, salad and fries is a pretty normal thing, to be fair. I'm glad Pearl stopped the shipping. I guess in that way she grew. True, true. Pearls definitely did get a lot more mature. He seemed to be enjoying the food. But as soon as we were done, he left to go pray. And what did you do? Oh, I returned to the temple to prepare for the rite. That coincides with Mrs. Inmi's description of events. Any idea who might be pretending to be Lady Kira? Whoops. When the rite started, it was just me and about Inmi. But the seance vision showed a third figure who looked like Lady Kira. I'm telling you, it's the damn bird! It's the damn fucking bird! He stabbed himself! The guy stabbed himself! It was suicide! It was the damn bird! I know. Lady Kira, I wish I could have seen her in the flesh. Yeah. Let's stay focused on the case, shall we? I'm surprised they didn't show Maya and Phoenix eating at Eldunes in the anime. You think they would add some of that world building with their hindsight? True. True. It was supposed to have been impossible for a third party to enter the inner sanctum. But what if she came from the sky? You know, like that bushy, bearded paratrooper. That mountain would have been no match for Lady Kira's wings. The Plume Punisher, that's the knockoff Steel Samurai. That's the Koreanese Steel Samurai. That's from the Plume Punisher TV show, right? How'd you know? Because the real Lady Kira doesn't have wings. Oh, I've got it this time. There must be a secret room with a secret door at the intersection. Hold on. She might be onto something there. Did you know there are 88 secret Plume Punisher bases here in Khura'in? Can we please stop talking about the Plume Punisher show for a second, Maya? I guess so. Keeping it real is much harder than it looks. Well, I should get going now. Sorry I wasn't any help. Don't worry, I've got this. We'll beat the charges tomorrow and be on the first plane back home before you know it. Then we'll grab dinner Then we'll go grab dinner at Eldunes or your favorite burger joint. You pick. Sounds good. I think I'll get the extra large hamburg steak topping on my salty bowl. Best of both worlds. Oh god, can you stop talking about food? I'm so hungry. You can have whatever you like. But first, I have to beat the chargers. I almost forgot. What is it? I have a favor to ask. Okay, but... Oh, that was a whisper. But why are we whispering? I forgot I left something at the High Priest's house. It's super important. Would you mind getting it and holding on to it for me? Sure, so what's this super important thing? In my bag, you'll find a folding book. It's only given to the priestess who performs the rite. It's called the Tome of Secrets. That does sound important. How could you leave something like that just lying around? That explains all the whispering. If Rafa found out, all heck would break. Oh, come on, they can't even say hell. Look, it's got Lady Kira's real name written in it, so... Oops, don't tell anyone I told you that. In fact, just forget I said anything at all. It's supposed to be a secret. The Tome of Secrets contains secrets? Imagine that. I didn't notice Pearl really did stop the shipping. I guess you could call that character growth. She's now fully aware of their relationship. Yeah, that's very nice. Can't wait for Miles to see the Plume Punisher. Oh god. Miles will go, don't. Or do. I don't know. I want them to continue the anime with Apollo's trilogy. I want to see anime Apollo shenanigans. Same. Either, whenever they continue the anime, and I say when, not if, it is a when, trust me. I feel like it has to be either the Apollo trilogy or the Edgeworth spin-off. Yeah, maybe don't let Miles hear about the Plumed Punisher. If they do make an anime for Apollo, I wanted them to set up later plot points properly because they have hindsight. It's actually my one complaint with the anime. I wish they set up the third game better. Yeah, that's a fair point. What are you two whispering about? Oh, nothing. It's just she forgot something, so I told her I'd go get it. You are up to something. I just know it. Thanks, Nick. I'm counting on you. Okay. we shall take a tiny break here because I really need to get something to eat, even if it's just a snack. I am so fucking hungry. And I should go check on my dogs. So, we shall be back in about 10-ish minutes. And I think we're gonna head to the inner sanctum after that. No, the high priest's house. So, tiny break, and I will see you again in 10-something minutes. Bye. Until then. And we are back. Y'all, I am so gaining weight. I am so going to gain more weight in these like coming months because I've been eating so much chocolate. It's winter and like around, you know, Christmas and Easter is like those two periods where I eat a shit ton of chocolate. And oh boy. Oh boy. But oh well. Ultimania, I have never played Earthbound yet, but I've been kind of, I don't know, it's never stuck out to me as something that I would enjoy, but I don't know. Nowadays I'm thinking maybe I would enjoy playing it at some point. I also I know nothing about Earthbound except for, you know, like the characters from Smash. Let me catch up real quick, actually. I don't know. Maybe I'll put Earthbound on the list of games to play at some point, whether on stream or in my own time. But I don't know. I've heard like every person I know that has played it says it's very good. So all the Narumitsu visuals in the anime intro songs, and I need to see those visuals with Clapado. Yes. Ivy, you know. You know. I need the visuals for pulling the darkness out of him. They would go so hard. Yes. My girl. Chocolate! I love chocolate. I do love me some chocolate. Especially dark chocolate. Well, funnily enough, like chocolate, like eating chocolate just, you know, like as like a bar or something, I prefer Milka, which is, or like Milka, like whole, like what do you call it, like just milk chocolate. But in chocolate as a flavor, I much prefer dark chocolate, like for ice cream, or, you know, I guess like any kind of like candy or I don't know, cake and whatnot. There, I always prefer dark chocolate. If you like Undertale, you're gonna love Earthbound. It's the game that inspired Undertale, so expect a parody RPG. I mean, hey, you know me. If it's got a good story, if it's got lovable characters and a good story, and, you know, like a healthy balance, that's pretty much all I need. You mean they PK Gun Kid and PK Fire? Yes. Have you seen or heard the Ace Attorney drama CDs? I live for the content in them. I've seen some of them. Not all yet. But I've seen a few, or listened to, if you know. Honestly, I think some horror visuals for an Apollo Justice anime would work really well. Oh yeah, definitely. Especially like with like anything Kristoff. Like anything Kristoff. They could make it work. In Earthbound, it's called PSI Fire. I don't know, or Psy. Wait, as in PSI or like Psy? I don't know why he says PK Fire and Smash. No clue. God, chat, I am so hungry. I am so fucking hungry. But I can't make dinner because that would take at least like 20 to 25 minutes. And then eating it would take another like 15 to 20 minutes, and I'm not gonna take a fucking hour-long break. So we're gonna push through with the power of snacks and water. Kristoff is definitely one of the like most unsettling characters in the mainland franchise, at least. At least in the Apollo trilogy, he is like Kristoff's character is done very well. I love him. He's so pathetic. Now, where do we want to go? Right, High Priest's house. Hello? Anybody home? PSI, short for psychic. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like PSI or Psi. No answer. Mrs. Inme's probably out right now. Well, I'll just get what I came for. I am watching you like a warbat, Barbed Head. You better not steal anything. I would never do something like that. I'm just here to get what Maya asked for. Then get on with it. I would if you'd stop interrupting me. Alright, check the bag. Ah, here's Maya's bag. What is that strange patch on her bag? It's the Steel Samurai. He's the hero of an action hero show back in my country. It's actually Maya's favorite show. She's got all sorts of merchandise related to it. I see. He looks strikingly similar to the Plume Punisher. They are similar, but the Steel Samurai definitely came first. I see. How interesting. Rafa seems genuinely intrigued. There must be a common thread between Plume Punisher and Steel Samurai fans. Oh, ask Miles. Come to think of it, didn't Maya mention something about trading with a Plume Punisher fan? But I digress. I better find what she asked me to look for and get going. Let's see here. This must be that Tome of Secrets that Maya was talking about. Question. Do you think Kristoff gaslit those around him? Or was it manipulation, or was it just his relationships with other characters that made him seem very friendly / respectable? Ooh, that's a big question. Huh. I think it depends. I think Kristoff, as a whole, was just someone who definitely always kept people at at a distance. I think Kristoff genuinely just did not fully trust anyone. Whether it was, you know, someone like whether it was maybe even his own family or, you know, anyone. I think Kristoff was a very, he's very polite and friendly on the surface. And it's not like he, you know, he doesn't like exude bad guy aura when you first look at him, you know? Like the way he talks, the way he conducts himself, it's very strict, very precise, very controlled, but not... Like, you can tell he takes what he takes himself very seriously. But not in an immediately suspicious way, if you know what I mean. It's an interesting question. I think in Kristoff's mind, Kristoff doesn't look at the people around him as friends or family or people to confide in necessarily, but more so allies and you know, people like that he is suspicious of, like potential opponents, I suppose, or people that get in his way, because Kristoff is very much like, he's a control freak. And I very much believe that definitely that definitely extends to his relationships. Like, he conducts himself around people in a way that gives him the most control. over the situation, over the way things play out, is what I believe. It's an interesting question, and I have a lot of thoughts about it. I feel like that's something that, like, I just seeing the few relationships that Kristoff has, or like the few interactions that Kristoff has had with characters in the game. So, you know, mainly Clavier, Apollo, and Phoenix. There's a lot to unravel there. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. Day 182, 822 of hoping for Nintendo to finally localize Earthbound 3. Oh, it's not localized. Interesting. But yeah, man, Kristoff is such an interesting character. Well, Barbed Head, are you finished now? Hold on a second. The string around it is coming undone. Whoops. Feet! Oh. You fool! Do not lay eyes upon it! Put it away, quickly, before we go blind! Okay, jeez. Relax, my hand just slipped. This is the Tome of Secrets. Are you trying to get us cursed? Lady Kira is liable to swoop down and gouge our eyes out. Alright, this book is related to Lady Kira, isn't it? Your Benevolence, would you mind if I asked you some questions? This is not something I would normally speak about to an outsider such as you. Well, can't you make an exception? If you insist. Nana? Whisper, whisper. What of this folding book? Yes, I see. This very important tome is bestowed upon the priestess in the purification rite. Very important. What's written inside? Yes. Yes, yes, I see. Really? Is it alright to reveal that? Your Benevolence? Patience, patience! The book contains Lady Kira's true name. Her true name? Is a name really that important of a secret? To a Coriolanist priestess, a person's name is one of the most important things to know. Well, can I know what her real name is? What's so important about a name? Without a name, a priestess's voice will fail to reach a person's mitama. It is much like trying to send a letter without the recipient's address. Honestly, makes sense. A spirit can only be identified once you know the deceased's face and name. Oh, I get it. It's like when you see someone in a crowd you recognize, but you don't know their name. It makes it impossible to get their attention. Indeed. You must know a spirit's face and true name before you can commune with it. I mean, we basically know that. It is the same for Corionism's most secret art, one that my mother alone may use. The Queen has a secret art? I wonder what it is. It is something a foreigner such as you could never hope to guess. You sure about that? Yep. I should pretend this is all new to me. Besides, I get the feeling she secretly really wants to tell me all about it. Speak, child. Could you tell me about this secret art of the Queen you spoke of? Come again? Oh, sorry, maybe we shouldn't talk about this. It is a secret after all, right? It is the secret art of spirit channeling. But I suppose those words are meaningless to you. I'm just surprised how willing you are to tell me about it. A third-rate lawyer could not channel spirits simply by learning of the technique. Third-rate is a bit harsh. I'd even settle for second. What is it? You have the look of a tentacled hag frog upon your... A tentacled hag frog?
the heck is a tentacled hag frog? Spirit channeling. That's where a medium lets a spirit possess her body to return to our world, right? Well now, I see you have done your homework. Oh, I guess I studied a bit. With the power of spirit channeling, one can bring back even the most ancient of spirits. It is quite a magnificent power, is it not? Never seen her eyes light up like this before. I imagine they're pretty shocked when they come back from ancient times. Indeed. A spirit's memory is cut off at the moment of death. So even a spirit that is brought back after centuries doesn't sense any gap in time between the moment of its death and the moment it's channeled. Yes, and yet it clearly recalls all of the memories it had in life. Thus, even heroes and scholars of antiquity can be channeled and directly learned from. Our queens have also used this power to help the rulers of neighboring lands seek counsel. That is why we have never been invaded and how we have maintained our unique culture. I mean, fair enough. That pose and that smile, such a huge difference from her other expressions. Listen. They only had so many animations to give. So, spirit channeling is a really effective tool for international politics. It is indeed. And that is why only those with the power to channel spirits may rule our kingdom. But of late, there has been an endless influx of illegal immigrants from neighboring lands. The fools come seeking the same great power as my mother. Illegal immigrants? Yes. It is becoming quite a problem. Oh. Tell me about it! Don't bring that subject up to a certain group of people. Do not talk about that subject to a specific group of people. Some have lost their way in life and look to Koreanism for their salvation. Among them are also those of dubious nature, who have been driven from their own lands. Dubious nature? Driven from their own land? Gasp and Pain definitely fit that bill. But they sure weren't treating him like an illegal alien. SOJ does have the best 3D animation. It's definitely the most polished. Can you channel spirits, your benevolence? I am but the royal priestess. There is still much that I must learn. As of now, the divination seance takes me to the very limit of my ability. So her spiritual power doesn't measure up to Maya's. You were just mocking me in your mind, weren't you? Don't be ridiculous! It is written all over your face, you impudent nincompoop! The divination seance was once one of the important roles fulfilled by the queen. That is what my mother taught me when I was little. So the queen can perform the dance of devotion. That'd be a sight to see. Someday I will be a powerful priestess and queen, just like my mother. And the divination seance is a vital part of my training to prepare me for that day. Forgive my ignorance, your benevolence. You shall see. It will not be long before I, too, master the secret art of spirit channeling. I will be a magnificent queen who unites her people for the greater good of Koreanism. Now I see. Spirit channeling is something she really aspires to. Almost 3 to 4 years, Game Awards yesterday, and nothing of Hollow Knight Silksong. I mean, to be fair, the Game Awards the last night have, at least to my knowledge, been a lot better than the previous years, at least, if nothing else. We've had some nice announcements and, you know, no Persona and no Ace Attorney and... It looks like she actually has something in common with Maya. Are you quite through now? There are more important things to do than to stand here and talk about spirit channeling. That's true. It doesn't have anything to do with this case as far as I can tell. Or does it?
If you have to ask, the answer is always yes.
If the queen is a spirit medium, are you about to suggest that my mother was channeling Lady Kira? Oh, I guess she saw that one coming. My dog barking downstairs? No, okay. Lawyers are indeed a witless breed. On the day of the rite, my mother was engaged in other duties at the palace. Of course. My mother is a very busy woman, and the idea itself is preposterous. Do you truly believe the Queen of Khorian would personally battle the insurgents? I mean, honestly, that would be a badass queen. This is precisely what makes you third-rate. Ooh. Another dead end. This is bad. Anyway, I need to continue looking for leads, so... Over there after him. Don't let him escape. What is all that racket? What? That escaped prisoner has surfaced here in town? Escaped prisoner? You mean that guy with the bushy beard? There is no reason to panic. The police are on his trail. He's no longer a suspect, but he might know something, considering he was at the scene of the crime. Let's go take a look. Wait! Metaphor is awesome. Still think that best music should be 1 instead of Final Fantasy VII. To be fair, I didn't pay too much attention to all the awards. I only know that Metaphor got quite a few, which honestly, based. Ow, my aching back. I forgot how badly I'd injured it. Ow, 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 ow. I need to do some stretching and exercise more when I get back home. Albie? Yay! Hey, Albie. That's Rebel. Have you seen— Ow, 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 ow. Are you alright, sir? 1 second. God, Phoenix is dying. Have you seen that escaped prisoner around here? Oh, so that's why all those police came rushing over here. I heard them say something about an escaped prisoner disappearing in this area. He disappeared in this area? He couldn't have taken to the air again, could he? Hardhead! I told you to wait! It's too dangerous for you around here, your benevolence. Mr. Rebel could be lurking nearby. What sort of a princess would I be if all it took was an escaped prisoner to frighten me? She's fearless, I'll give her that. The fearlessness of a 14-year-old. I can't be responsible if something happens to you. As long as I'm here, though, I might as well search the area myself. If I were an escaped prisoner, where would I hide? I don't know, maybe the wide open manhole in the corner. That manhole cover, it's open. Attaboy. Whatever you said. What is it, Shadow? Did he sniff out someone or something in the manhole? I wonder. Could Shadow track Mr. Rebel if he had something with the Rebel scent on it? I don't know. I feel like I've got something with Mr. Rebel's scent on it. Something he might have touched. Huh? Wait. Wait, what's that again? Maybe? Is there anything new if we examine this stuff? Let me examine the ox again and see. Okay, no. I'm pretty sure it's just all the same. I don't know, maybe, because this one just seemed weird. Here, Shadow, how about this? I hope it works. Is that a yes? I think he's picked up a scent. And off he goes. You mind if I borrow Shadow for a bit? By all means. I had no idea you could do this. Yeah, go get him, boy. He's a good boy. Your benevolence, I'm heading down the manhole now. It could be dangerous, so please wait here. Wait. Don't worry, I won't commit any of those misdeeds you're so worried about. That is not what I fear. There may be a vicious insurgent lurking down there. Are you worried about me? No, I was simply wondering why you would go to such lengths in your investigation. After all, if you would simply withdraw from this case, they might commute your sentence. I'm doing this to prove Maya innocent. But how can you be so sure of the accused's innocence? She has already been found guilty. Yeah, true. Why are there no police dogs? Do they have police dogs? Also, 1 second. I gotta refill my water. Okay. I heard that they announced a sequel for Okami. No clue. Honestly, the only game that piqued my interest in the Game Awards is that anime style game. I think it's Arad, whatever it was called. That is the only game that piqued my interest. Because I'm a weeb. I see anime. I like. I am sad. That is the only one that got my attention, and that I'm actually interested in. Yeah, Reifa I like Reifa. Like, it's very clear that she is very much just a misguided or a heavily indoctrinated child, but she's a good kid at heart. I believe in her. If she says she's innocent, then that means she's innocent. Lawyers must trust in their clients to the bitter end. That's just what we do. You lame brain. Do what you will. Well, I'm going in. Let's go, Shadow. Attaboy. Be careful. Alrighty. Wait, come back here. It's pitch black down here. I can't see a thing. Wham! And off, and there he goes. Oh, ow, ow, ow. What happened? I went down to the manhole. That's a lot of food there. There he is! You finally came to? I'd remember that face anywhere. And I keep seeing soul leveling. Yeah, it was only announced. I haven't heard of it before, so it might have been first announced
on the Game Awards. Let me see if I can look it up actually. Arad Game. Dungeon and Fighter. Arad Dungeon and Fighter. Yeah, oh yeah, there's an official trailer that they released a little bit ago. Honestly it looks really interesting. Yeah, it's Arad, A-R-A-D, Dungeon and Fighter. Okami sequel, just hope is not like Darkstalkers. They tell something, then poof, just a collection. And Capcom still has Dino Crisis. I don't know. We'll see. And that dragon symbol on his armband, that's the mark of the rebels. Dirk mention. Or Dirk appearance. There can be no mistake. It's him. That's a rebel. Ah! Look at him! Yikes! He's so silly! Sorry I got a little rough with you back there. Thought you were the cops. Why are you making that face? Hey, want an apple? Honestly, yeah. Whew, I thought he was going to kill me. I'll pass on the apple, but thanks. I don't mind a good apple, but not right now. Also, do you just have the peeled apples in your... How big are those pockets? What is this place? This is the office of my brother-in-arms, Dirk. But right now, we're using it as a rebel safe house. Wait, back up a sec. What kind of office is this exactly? A law office, what else? Really? Dirk used to be a lawyer? Yep, just like you. Ryan's public enemy number 1 is an ex-lawyer? Didn't see that coming. I see Ganyu-looking character. I think I'm sold. I saw what my friend described as Pirate Al-Haytham with an eye mole. So, and a character that only appeared like towards the end for like 2 seconds, but all I saw was red and that he looked very aggressive. So, and that's all I need, honestly. That's all I need. So I'm actually low-key excited for that game, or you know, for seeing more about that game. I don't suppose I'll be coming around here anymore. You won't? Are you planning to flee or something? It's just, I want to get out of the rebel business. Tired of being hounded by the cops and all that. So I came by today to pick up the last of my stuff. Really? I'm gonna sell Dirk's info to the Minister of Justice, then slip out of Karide. What? Wait a second! That face! You're a key person of interest in this case. You can't go running off like that. Relax, will ya? I'll tell you whatever you need to know. Oh, and sorry about punching the lights out back there. My bad. So, Mr. Lawyer Man, what do you want to know? Tell me about the murders of the High Priest, Terust in me, and his acolyte, Perez-a-lot. Sure, I'll tell you whatever I can. Don't know if it'll be much help, though. I mean, I'm not a rebel anymore, so... I wonder how true that really is. However... First, we shall examine everything. Spider. Is that coat yours, Mr. Rebel? Nah, belongs to the rebel leader, Dirk. It's pretty impressive. I like the color, too. Wanna try it on? Really? You sure it's okay? Of course! Bet it would look great on ya! Well, then don't mind if I do. Ugh, it smells all moldy. Where is our CG of Phoenix wearing Dirk's coat? I can't believe you fell for it! That's a good laughing animation. I like that.
That thing's been hanging there forever! Note to self, don't trust this guy ever again. Can we examine the spider? Can we examine the spider? What's this thing with the dragon on it? Some kind of a sign? Yep, that was his business sign back when this was Dirk's office. He used to be a lawyer, right? That he was, but it was a really long time ago. This place has seen better days, that's for sure. Well, I hope he can put his sign back up someday. I wouldn't hold my breath. Can I examine the spider? Can I examine the spider? I cannot. No spider. You guys get electricity? Yeah, but the power goes out occasionally. That's pretty inconvenient. You're telling me. Sometimes it goes out for an entire day. What about the stuff in the refrigerator? Why don't you see for yourself? Forget I asked. I'm afraid of what I might find. Throw that thing out? Maybe? What are these hanging there? Lizards? If so, they're pretty big. Those are sewer lizards. We call them that because they live in the sewer. They grow bigger than your average lizard, which makes them fine eating. Wait, you eat these? What else would you do with them? Here, try one. Pass. I'll definitely pass. You're missing out on a fine treat, my man. Somehow I think I'll live without it. We're gonna get to that one in a bit. There are bowls and platters of food here. They're still warm, as if this was all recently prepared. You must have a pretty big appetite, Mr. Rebel. Har 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 har. Guys as big and strong as me got even bigger appetites, you know. But you just fled from the police. I don't know how you could eat this much after all that excitement. Oh, sorry if I offended you. He looks so fucking peaceful. Fucking peeling that apple. Also, does that animation end? Okay, it goes to a point and then it's just like infinite peel. But first, let's start with an appetizer. Where's he getting all those apples from? God, I love Dad. He's so stupid. Just watch the trailer and all I can say is Genshin One Piece. I mean, hey, I'll take Genshin One Piece. Wanna join me, Mr. Lawyer Man? Got plenty of sewer lizards too. Thanks, but I already ate. Okay, there's a couple more things. Is this a law book? Dragon mark's been branded into the cover. That's Dirk's law book. Really? The leader of the rebels? That Dirk? That's right, and that mark of the dragon is the emblem of the rebellion. The pages in this one section are really dirty. Must be the section on the Defense Culpability Act. Must have done a ton of research on the Defense Culpability Act. He practically wore out the entire section. Interesting. Now, you can't see it, it's behind the chat, but there's a... Yep. There's a dartboard with a picture of the queen right on it, and a knife stuck right through her crown. There's a knife driven deep into a photo of the queen. I guess the rebels really hate her. I better remember to stay on their good side. I mean, Dats is a chill guy. Incense and white flowers. The flowers are still fresh. They must have been put here maybe today or yesterday. Did you put these here, Mr. Rebel? Something wrong with flowers? Oh, no! It's just a traditional thing here in Karine, pay it no mind. Okay, I think we've got everything, and now let's have a look-see here. This looks like a photo of Dirk and his compatriots. And here's one that looks really old. This was taken about 20 years ago. Those are Dirk's sons. Really? So this is the rebel Dirk in the center? He doesn't look so evil. Phoenix? Thank you. And both of his sons look kind of familiar. The one on the left is Yudi. Oh, but you know him as Prosecutor Sadmati. Prosecutor Sadmati is Dirk's son? That he is! Yudi was once a rebel too. He used to really respect his old man, both as a father and a lawyer. Then why did he become a prosecutor? Being a lawyer in this kingdom is the same as signing your own death warrant. On account of the DC Act, right? Oh, I don't want to say that word. Say that. Stop. I'll just shorten it. That's why Yudi decided to become a prosecutor instead. He wanted to spark a revolution from the inside, so he dove right into the enemy's den. I would have never guessed it looking at him now. You can say that again. Dirk is battling to change Karine's legal system. The will of the dragon spurs him on. We all thought Yudi was taking up the mantle to carry on that will too. We were sure he'd help overthrow Garon one day, but as you've seen, he now uses the law to do her bidding. Dirk's been beside himself. So he no longer carries the will of the dragon in him, huh? I wonder what happened between father and son for it to come to this. Ah, the music fades! What about the other child in the photo? Come on, Phoenix! Look at those horns! That's Dirk's adopted son, but he's gone back overseas. His name's Apollo. Apollo? Wait a second, that bracelet, it really is Apollo! He was a rascal, that one, and his voice could shake the entire room. I imagine he's out there raising high hell somewhere. Ha! Ha ha ha! Yes, I'm sure he's doing just fine. Considering how far he's come, Mr. Rebel's description really doesn't do it. Get it? Because justice, Apollo just... Still one of my favorite moments between those two. DC Act would be hilarious if the name appeared in the comics of Superman or Batman. I see Apollo kept that big teeth smile since childhood. He's so cute. He's a responsible young man now. Never lost that loud voice though. Come on, you could say that you could say that you know Apollo. You could say it. Tell me everything you know about the High Priest's murder. Well, as you know, I don't remember much about that. I banged my head on a rock as soon as I parachuted into the inner sanctum. So when I told you I had nothing to do with this murder, I meant it. Okay, then where were you when you came to after banging your head? By the time I came to, it was already dawn. Must have been out cold the whole time. And you didn't die? Speaking of out cold, it was freezing up there. How are you alive? So you didn't see the crime happen at all? You got that right? Then why did you say you did when you testified? Oh, about that, since I didn't remember a thing. I was afraid I had seemed suspicious, so I came up with that whole story. Does he even realize how much trouble his big fat lie has caused me? think people wouldn't be complaining if his stories are tied to each other or build off each other instead of being very disconnected. In the Phoenix Wright trilogy, obviously the first one was supposed to be standalone, but the sequels build off of it in such a way that it feels natural. I also found this interesting when in AAI, when the old story was mentioned in AAI 2 but not built on and new elements were introduced. I think it's just Yamazaki's team's writing preferences. I mean, here's the thing though. Sure, things kind of like build like I wouldn't say that in the first trilogy things really built up on each other. I think there was about as much of a connection as there is in these games. Like when you really get down to it, like people mainly complain about, you know, previous cases and characters and stuff kind of being left behind in newer games, but that wasn't all that different in the first trilogy. And investigations. Like, that's always been a thing with Ace Attorney. Like, usually the most we get is mentions of past cases. We've never really gotten more than that. The biggest thing that we've had was in the first trilogy when we saw Adrian Andrews again in the third game. That was like the only time that we really got a reappearing side character from a previous case. But besides that, I mean, of course, Mia was there, but I don't know. I don't really want to count Mia. I feel like Mia's kind of a special case, but yeah, like I really don't think there's that big a difference. Personally. Sorry for the trouble. It was definitely my bad. It doesn't seem very sorry to me. So, the bottom line is just you were at the scene of the crime but weren't involved in it. Got it. Dirk mention. Dirk talk. Mostly I'm talking about Maya's whole spirit medium things, and DL6 keeps being mentioned. I'm pretty sure DL6, sure. But, again, that's about it. And DL6 wasn't even mentioned that much. Well, no. I mean, okay, wait, hold on. No, pause. Like, DL6 was mentioned quite a bit. But I don't know, like it wasn't really it didn't really stick out, if you know what I mean. And yeah, I fully agree, Ivy. Like, Apollo's backstory, or, you know, backstories as people want to meme about it, it makes sense. Like, there's no... Apollo's backstory up to Dual Destinies was just a blank slate, and they filled it in. That's all there is to it. And I think it's perfectly fine to give a character a backstory. And, like, the way they're doing it, just because it's different doesn't mean it's bad, you know? Like, people are definitely exaggerating way too much when it comes to Apollo's past. Like, just because we get, like, 2 instances, basically. We get 2 different, like, time periods of Apollo's past. But that, like... They're just, like, follow up on each other. Like, it does, like... There's nothing wrong with it. You know? Like, whether you like it or not, sure, whatever. But it makes sense. And personally, I like it. I like getting to know more about my favorite characters. Like, why would I complain about them providing more backstory? So, Dirk used to be a lawyer? Yep, he was a force to be reckoned with back when he was still practicing. He was a juggernaut of the law and as mighty as a dragon. He could strike terror into a prosecutor's heart just by glaring at him. People called it his dragon's glare. He even got criminals to confess and pass out with a well-placed glare. Pass out? Yeah, it's definitely very exaggerated. And I don't even think that Spirit of Justice makes Apollo's story that complicated, honestly. I don't think it's that complicated at all. Like, I mean, we're gonna get into it once, you know, we actually know the full scope of it. But I don't think it's very complicated at all, personally. You've got to be kidding me. And most important of all, he would never surrender. He'd fight for the accused no matter how the odds were stacked against him. Is that what you mean by the wool of the dragon? Yep, that will be it. Actually, your work in court yesterday was mighty impressive too. You didn't give up no matter how hard of a beating you took. Not unlike Dirk, I might add. Oh, thanks. Even if a big part of that beating I took was because of you. Well, I gotta start packing. Who knows when they might catch up with me if I don't scram soon. Please, wait. I still need to ask you something. Oh god, my voice is fading. We're gonna end it after this cutscene. Go ahead, shoot! What are you rebels trying to do? And why were you at the inner sanctum in the first place? Apollo is also just the kind of character to be like, oh yeah, this happened to me when I was a child, by the way, because he doesn't like to talk about his childhood unless he's asked. Exactly. I keep saying it, but literally, the only thing that bugged me, the only thing that I would consider out of character in Dual Destinies, and so far Spirit of Justice, besides Phoenix, I actually forgot to mention that, the only other thing that for me was out of character were just like one or two instances in Dual Destinies when Apollo willingly talked about Clay. Because I feel like he would not do that. He would not talk about his personal life unless directly asked. And like now, I mean now they in the last case, they explicitly stated that Apollo doesn't like to talk about his past or, you know, himself much. Literally the only thing that bugged me about Apollo in Dual Destinies was him bringing up Clay as often as he did, basically. Funnily enough, even though people were like, we should have gotten like more lead up to it, I feel like the lead up that we did get was not at least one or two of those instances was kind of out of character for Apollo. But yeah, I mean, it makes perfect sense for us, or, you know, people around Apollo to know next to nothing because Apollo doesn't talk about himself. And that's not something new either. Look at Phoenix! To this day, we do not know a single thing about Phoenix's family. So I don't want to fucking hear it! And with Phoenix, it's been like 15 years, including like the flashbacks. So I don't want to fucking hear it! Dirk Glaire's criminal breakdown. Apollo and Phoenix point. Okay, I think this might be the last one. Why were you at the inner sanctum on the day of the murder? Or more precisely, what were you trying to do there? I was trying to escape from prison, that's all. But that high priest was a fool for getting taken in by Dirk. He should have tried hightailing it out of Korian like I'm doing. Oh dear. How many? 4! Ah, psyche locks. What exactly are you trying to hide, Mr. Rebel? What? I'm not hiding anything. No way, no how. Wow, you're an awful liar. Okay, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that today, though. Today, though. I mean, yeah, we know about Phoenix ancestors. Or ancestor. Singular? Plural? I don't know. But I feel like that doesn't really count because it's not for like it's a different era and it's not Phoenix talking about himself. It's not current Phoenix's, you know, like his parents or whatever. Even Larry apparently doesn't know anything about Phoenix's family. He thought Maya was his sister when they saw each other again. And those two are childhood friends, and he thought Maya was Phoenix's sister. Like, how secretive is this fucker? Okay, but anyway, we shall leave this here for today. Whew. God, I am so hungry. For real, we need answers. Give us the intel on Phoenix's family. Literally anything. Although I feel like if they did it at this point, then people might also start complaining because, you know, it's like out of nowhere and whatnot and whatever, and I don't know. Never listen to Ace Attorney Twitter. Never listen to Twitter, period, but especially not Ace Attorney Twitter. Anyway, whew. That is going to be it for today. Maybe there will be a stream tomorrow. Possibly an HSR Careless stream. Maybe. I am not sure. We shall see. And if not, then we'll be back on Sunday with Pokemon. Fandoms can be weird. Yeah, fandoms can be very weird. The only time Phoenix spoke freely was when he had nothing to lose after losing his badge. Yeah, and even then he was still dodgy as fuck. Like, Phoenix is a very dodgy person. He does not like talking about himself at all. Whew, but anyway, my voice is starting to fade. I am starving. I'm going to make dinner now. And with that, I thank you all for being here today. Oh God, I'll be back either tomorrow or Sunday. We'll see. Either way, it should be around the usual time, so an hour earlier than we started today. If not, you will know on my Blue Sky, which you should definitely go follow, because that's where I post my schedule and all streaming updates and random bullshit that comes to mind and ramblings and whatnot. Also the YouTube, the Twitch, if you're not subbed, followed, whatever yet. Yeah. I'm gonna head out here. I'm gonna make food. And I hope all of you have a lovely rest of your day or night or whatever time it is for you. Stay safe, take care, and goodbye. Bye-bye. I shall have a good dinner. Thank you.